I don't know what time it is right now. Let me look. Well, no, it's around 2 something. It's not exactly 3 o'clock. But I woke up and I thought, I wonder what time it is. And then I started thinking about analog TVs. And then I started thinking about plasma, plasma TVs. And then I thought, why is there plasma in the TVs? And plasma is the fourth state of matter. Let's see, liquid, solid, gas, or fifth, I don't know. Plasma TVs. Why do we have to have plasma in the TVs? And plasma is like, let's see if I got this right. Positive charged ions and negatively charged electrons in between a panel of glass. They're in these cells with xenon and neon stuff also. And then, you know, plasma's everywhere. Hello, good day, Philip. Plasma, plasma in our phones, plasma in our TVs. CERN likes plasma, and there's the dark side of plasma, which they don't know very much about. But they say like plasma TVs have like maybe a 5 to 7 year lifespan. Maybe I think 60,000 hours or something. I don't know what it is but plasma, and I kept reading about, plasma. And we got plasma in our bloods. The sun's supposed to be plasma. Lightning bolts have plasma. Um, but why put the plasma in between two pieces of glass like that? So positively charged ions and negatively charged electrons in between two pieces of glass. Does that like create a portal? Really. And when I kept reading it, did you hear that Saturn and Jupiter stopped spinning? No, I didn't hear any of that. I woke up thinking about plasma. Good morning. You got shocked by your phone today? Well, when I was reading about the plasma, I kept reading and reading and reading, they can explode. The TVs can explode because there's so much energy flowing through it. And they said why you should cover your plasma TV at night, because it may disrupt your sleep. I pulled it up on look at this, Shua. Cover up your TV. Look at this, Shua. This is weird. Somehow I got into plasma in the TVs and mirrors. Mirrors, mirrors. And should I cover my TV at night? If you have trouble sleeping or even if you don't, it is a good idea to cover your television when not in use. The active energy, look at this, the active energy of your television, as well as the electronic aspect of it, may be disrupted to the type of calming, quiet energy and more conducive to sleep and bedrooms. So why would you want to cover up your TV? They're saying cover it up because it disrupts your calming, quiet energy. And which is more conducive to sleep in bedrooms, you all. It has so much energy in it, I think because of the plasma. Unplug it, but cover it up. And I thought, well, that's really strange. And then they say, why do certain plasma TVs glow at night? And over time, they say like the plasma in the TVs grow dark. That's what it said. They grow dark, but they still produce a good quality picture. Um, it says, does watching it, how do you dim it? You dim it. Why do people cover their TVs? See, listen to this. That's weird. A cover can prevent radiation poisoning of your big screen TV. And ultraviolet radiation from the sun causes many materials to fade and stuff like that. But cover up your TV. Um, it was weird. It really is weird, you all. Let's see. The glow energizes the Hat Man. Who is the Hat Man? Gimmer. Who's the Hat Man? Were designed as a frequency weapon. Yeah, I was looking up all the plasma. It kept going a thing, arrow after arrow on my cell phone, but I don't have that on here. So it's strange. I really believe that plasma is a living entity. I really do, you all. A living entity. And just think it's stuck between two pieces of glass in your cell phone. Like when I got this new phone, I didn't want to use it because I had to use my iPhone 8. I had to hold my iPhone 8 straight over this phone when I turned this phone to try to activate it. And there was swirling plasma on the inside. It was swirling like a living entity. And my iPhone 8 could not recognize it. And I thought, I got mad at it. I said, I'm not activating this phone because I don't know about this plasma in this phone because it's a living entity. But I ended up activating it. But still, there's something with the plasma and the blue light. And they say you should not sleep with the TV on at night either with the plasma. Then somehow you all, I got into the mirror. Then it threw questions about the mirror in there. And it started talking about why you do not want to hang a mirror near your bed, facing your bed, which I don't know if you all, mirrors are like portals, is what it is. Don't ask me how it went from plasma to mirrors. It did, because plasma is in between the two pieces of glass in the TVs with tiny, tiny cells with that, the eon or whatever, neon, xenox, whatever gas, and the negatively charged electrons and positively charged ions. So they say mirrors, they're talking about directional placement for your mirrors in your house. And he said mirrors should always, look at this, you all, this is strange. Mirrors should always be placed on the eastern and northern walls of the house and never on a southern or western wall. Have you heard that before? And I don't know who this thing is, right? This person right here, it says, ensure that your mirror has been placed at a height of around 4 to 5 feet above the ground. In the bedroom, you can also keep a large mirror side table dressing alongside the bed as auspicious, whoever this Vastu is. Where mirrors should not go, you all. Don't hang across from clutter. You want mirrors to reflect light and happy energy, not piles of mail, toys, or other clutter. Don't hang it directly above or opposite of your bed. Don't hang it in the kitchen. Don't hang directly across the front door. And can your mirror face south? It can be placed facing south so that it reflects the chest. Keeping a mirror near a locker would prove beneficial. On a wall, a mirror has to be 4 to 5 feet above floor level. So is facing a mirror or window bad luck? How do you place a mirror? It was strange. Why? What can I hang? Look, place a mirror in a well-lit part of your bedroom. Don't position it against lights. A mirror can be placed in north, east, west wall. This is strange if you want a peaceful sleep. But they go on to say that they reflect the energy that they're facing, which is it's kind of strange, you all. It really is. Good morning. You got a new phone and you keep waking up at 2 a.m. Do you think it's the plasma? It very well could be. It says that plasma is very powerful, and plasma TVs are not energy efficient. They require a lot of electricity. I think they said plasma, like some kind of 40-inch plasma TV, requires like 500 watts of electricity. And I'm not one for watts. But you know, if they're saying that plasma TVs require a lot of electricity, what does CERN require? An enormous amount of electricity, because they're working with plasma. Plasma is living. It's a living entity. So when I woke up thinking about analog TVs, I'm thinking, well, the analog TVs, I don't think they had plasma in them. But now everything has plasma. The cell phones, the TVs, and they respond to your touch. See, like this, they respond to your touch. If plasma can respond to your touch like this, then it must be intelligent, right? Because this energy in my body, the plasma in my body, my fingertips are touching the plasma cells that are behind the glass screen, wedged in between the glass, two pieces of glass, that's swirling around in bits and bits, little tiny, tiny cells. The cells in my body are interacting with the plasma cells in this phone. You all, it's living. It is living. And as I move my fingers, the plasma gets bigger. It's replicating what I do. The movements that I make, this plasma in the screen, are doing what I wanted to do. They're growing. It's enlarging. Plasma mountains for minerals. It can read your mind. It's so intelligent. Look up the matrix. Look into the matrix. So trap. You woke up at 2. Always good to see you live. Well, I wasn't going to get on here. Is what I wasn't going to do. You woke up a while ago. If your stomach feels icky, maybe you woke up too soon. But they said you should. Then I said I was trying to type in who is fast 2. I tried to type in who is fast 2. And I typed in the wrong word. I accidentally left the S out. And look who this is. It brought up this person called Vatu. Vatu is, look at this. Vatu is the spirit of darkness and chaos who briefly became the dark avatar spirit during the harmonic convergence of 171 AG. He is one of the oldest known spirits, having existed over 10,000 lifetimes before the appearance of first human. So, Vatu is the spirit of darkness. Okay, now, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the water. And God said, "Let there be something." God said, "Let there be light," and then there was the light, and then there was the darkness. The light and the darkness, it says, clearly was there at the beginning of time. And I've never heard of this entity. Vatu is the spirit of darkness. But Vatu means silent. It is the force of darkness and chaos and considered of male origin. There's legend of it. Where is Vatu right now? Is alive and will go back to the body of Korah, where, I don't know, you all, you may think that this is all make believe and stuff, but where did they get these, the life of Vatu? They're saying it's an avatar. It can be an avatar, you all. An avatar. But Vashtu, this Vashtu, Shastra, textual part of Vastu Vidya, something about India. Vashtu texts on the traditional Indian system of architecture. Okay, so they say they tell you where it's an ancient science. Look, ancient mystic science, and astrology and stuff. What is it? It puts down guidelines on the construction of buildings. So they got the correct direction of a mirror should be placed in the space is the north side and the eastern side of walls. So it's weird. Why do you gotta have to have should be placed on eastern and northern walls of the house? Why is there ancient literature about eastern and northern walls of your house for mirror placements? Let's see. It's the Kabbalah. Brother B is the Kabbalah. More time goes by, you're starting to think God is a supercomputer. I can't help it. They say that it was last year or something. I had said something about Q, and I offended a community because they believe that Q is God. That's and I didn't realize that. I certainly don't want to speak against that which I do not understand. I really don't, and place a judgment on it. But I did not know that there were people who believe that Q is God. And I can see that concept that you said. You believe in the Garden of Eden. I don't know. And yes, a Gimmer, it is a psyops, but there is a group of people who feel that it's not that psyop Q, but this is another type of Q. It's like on Star Trek, Q showed up and Q was in control of everything. It was this omnipotent presence, and they called it Q. Oh, Brother B, Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, dark to light. Hello, Sky Metals. So it's talking about plasma is placed in between two pieces of glass, and it's has tiny cells of xeon and neon, I think, gas, with positively charged ions and negatively charged electrons um, in these cells, and it's just like the lightning, and it's just like CERN. I wonder if CERN, well, you know, they got the plasma in between something so that it can do whatever they want it to do. They know it's living and they know it's got a lot of power to it. Um, I have so many comments on all of my social media. I can't get to them. I can't. I'm really in my daytime. My day is so packed full of doing things outside of the YouTube and other social media that I don't have the spare time to sit down and look at all the comments. I don't. Um, yeah, the moon is plasma. I don't know what episode of Star Trek is the Q in, because it's really interesting. And NASA even talks about it. It's in the next generation, I guess. It's they say Q. Look at this. Q. Q Hugh, the next generation episode, season 2, episode 16. True Q is next generation episode, season 6. Ooh, look at that. Why do they got 6 and 6? That's really interesting. They even got a Q wiki fandom, a memory alpha. Look at this. Q throws the Enterprise into uncharted space where it encounters and is engaged by a dangerous alien vessel of a previously unknown species, the Borg. Q introduced them to the Borg. Look at this. Next generation, the omnipotent Q has been plaguing Starfleet. You have to ask yourself, why would they throw in Q into an omnipotent entity into something like that? Denada shows up in the Voyager. Q did intro to the Borg. And why? Why would Q do entry into the Borg? We're talking about plasma and mirrors, and plasma is placed in between two pieces of glass, and they say you should cover your TV up at night. You should cover your computers up at night. The energy, the electricity that's coming from it will interrupt your sleep and mess with your brain functions or something. Who is the Borg? Well, let's see this. I don't, Hugh, this is my back of my phone is shining. I don't know, it's the Borg. It's like a great big cube in the sky. You know, if you look at this cube right here, look how it looks like this. Sometimes when we look at the cloud structure in the sky, it kind of looks like this. It kind of looks all messed up like this, you all. It really does. There's all this stuff. I don't remember it looking like that, but I guess that's Star Trek. That's a green beam of light. Okay, green beam. So we have the aurora borealis, and it emits a green light, doesn't it? Aurora borealis. And this Borg cube emits a green laser beam where it has got a hold of this Star Trek. Why do they have to use green? Um, it's a dangerous vessel, but you know what's really interesting about Q is that the National Institute of Health um, talked about if they ever encountered Q, what they would do. They did. Um, Q. The moon is a luminary. Wait, but who is the Borg, though? The Borg is some kind of an entity, a species. The Saturn cube is a computer. Um, the Nephilim and Planet X Nibiru is that Q knows about it. Um, the Borg ship is a cube. Near your bed and relationship will be, let me see, I can't, near your bed and your relationship will be an arguing. That's right, Tamara. Yeah, they don't want you, should not. Now, I know these people, like, see, let's get this. Now, I don't mean to get like this, but there are people who would hang mirrors above their bed just to watch themselves, you know. I'm not saying it. But if you think of mirrors as a portal, the type of energy that would flow through, if it would be mirrored and mirrored and mirrored, you're bringing that energy or something to life. If you have like a person full of a lot of negative energy and stuff and they're near a mirror, if you hold to the concept that that mirror is going to replicate that energy, negative energy, and you're a positive person and you're not near that, but somebody is near it and they got that negative energy, if it's going to like double it or something, that's kind of creepy. It really is. Um, yeah. When done, Gina. No, no. Listen. I would have to live 1,000 lifetimes over and spend all my time watching everything that everybody would recommend. That is, it's not happening. It's not really. I really do. I have so much, so many people say, Gina, you really need to watch this. Gina, you really need to listen to this. Gina, you really need to take the time to watch this. I get unlimited. It is, I cannot tell you how many messages and how many times that's said to me in even 1 hour on different areas. I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't. I don't have the energy for it to watch everything that everybody wants me to. It's humanly impossible. I'm not a quantum computer. I'm not. Do I wish I was? No, I really don't. I would not want to have all the information in the world and know everything. I wouldn't. That would be a very heavy load for me to carry. That's right, you all. Um, has anyone ran September the 24th through the Gemetra? Yeah, through the Gemetra. Jimi Hendrix used to live in a room full of mirrors. Then he takes his spirit and smashes the mirrors. Now the whole world is there for him to see. That is really strange. Yeah. Um, so we've got plasma, which is living. It really is living. It's a living entity, and it's pressed between two pieces of glass in the plasma TVs. And, excuse me, the cell phones. It's pressed between two pieces of glass to, guess, create a mirror. You don't have mirrors, you never did. Well, I know the Amish are not allowed to have mirrors. I don't think they have mirrors. They're not allowed to have a TV. It's probably better off. I don't I don't think they have radios either. Yeah. sometimes you have to ask, is the old way better than the new way? I mean, you're in a certain lifestyle, and you're literally, that is your life, like Little House on the Prairie life. You're just living it without the modern technology. And life is a lot simpler, even though it's a harder life, that type of a life. Black mirrors, that's what they said. Your plasma in your TV and your phone gets darker with age. Darker. Black mirrors. And the screen is black. It's black on my computer. It's a black screen. Then my big computer is off. Um, yeah. So, yeah, you all, that's okay. That's all right. And y'all, please don't get offended if you recommend, Gina, you really should watch this or that. And I say I can't. Don't take it personal, okay? Don't. You're trying to be helpful, but it's impossible for me. It really is. And some things that other people may want to watch, it may not interest me whatsoever, because I'm on like a different path. I've got to share whatever I feel led within my spirit to share. So don't take it personal. Don't. There's a lot of subject matter experts out there, and that's good. And there's a reason they're a subject matter expert, is because they study one thing and they're good at it. But I cover all kinds of topics. I really do. And I don't claim to be an expert in any of them. A subject matter expert, I don't, you all. I don't. I want to know a little bit about everything, and I'll leave all the whole bit to other people. So please don't take it personally when you suggest, you should watch this or that. Don't, okay? Because don't take it offensively. Don't, really. Um, but understand where I'm coming from with the thousands and thousands of people, and these thousands of people, they watch all kinds of different things and stuff. That's not me. It really never has been me. I've never was one for TV or things like that. So it's okay. That's right, you all. That's all right. Let me see. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. Wait. I'm trying to look at NIMH. NIM and Star Trek. Star Trek. I've done this before, you all. And Black Cloud. Let's see if we can get it. It probably won't. No, I can't pull it up. Let's see what y'all got. Gina, are you okay? You are not wearing your apostle. Are you sending a message? Listen, people read way too much into the clothing that I wear. I wear what's comfortable for me. This shirt right here, it was coat up here. It's long sleeve. It feels very comfortable on my body. It does. I like it. So yeah, don't read into my clothing. Okay, really. I got all kinds of Air Apostle shirts because they were on sale years and years ago, and they fit my body. I cut them and I just wear them around. That's all it is. There's nothing to it, you all. I'm not one for name brands or anything like that. So yeah, you may be reading a little bit too deep there. If I wanted to wear a sackcloth, if it felt comfortable on me, I'd wear a sackcloth. I would. I just wear what feels comfortable to my body. Yeah, somebody's having a birthday today. That's wonderful. Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, you are. That's all right. Well, thank you. I feel comfortable. I wear clothes that are comfortable for me. I'm not into designer clothes. I'm not. And when I wear shoes, I'm going to wear something that is comfortable for my feet and durable. When I had my job, I was on the concrete floor a lot. And you know what I wore? The best shoes that were suitable. Black Bates tactical boots, lightweight boots. They were perfect. They had the zipper on the side, and that I love those boots. I really do. I wore them every day, and I still wear them out in my yard. If I go hiking, I'll wear Bates tactical boots. I'll wear them with my shorts. Why? Because they're durable. I'm not going to twist my ankle. They're lightweight. They're breathable, and they're comfortable. And I don't care what it looks like. I care a little bit what things look like, but I want to protect my feet. I'm not going to go out there in no heels. I don't like high heels. I never did. Um, yeah, I'm just a common person, you all. Stuck in this human body. I'm a spirit stuck in this body, and I'm just me. That's right, you all. Are they, good morning, you all. Dress, overdress, undress. The Lord knows who you are. That's right. I'm not fooling nobody. That's right. I'm not out to fool people or impress people. Well, if you're going to be impressed, I would hope it's from the love inside of here. The love, the kindness, and the compassion, because that's really where it's at, is on the inside of here. Um, yeah, people may look really nice on the outside, dressed up and, got all the nice things and stuff, but really, if it's in here that matters the most. But if you're a person who's really concerned with the outward appearance and all that, then it's really what's on the outside that matters the most to you. So to each their own, you all, in all actuality. Yes. Bill Stein, I don't even know what you said because there's so many comments coming up here. And I talk, and if I look at the comments and read the comments, I can't talk. So yeah, I love you all too. Um, that's right. Yeah. And hello. Oh, did you read it again? The Nephilim? I don't know anything about the Nephilim, really. I mean, I know in theory about it, I've heard about it, but to have studied, in-depth study, no, it's just a surface study. There are people who are subject matter experts on the Nephilim, the Anunnaki, all this other stuff. I'm not one of those people. I just I want to cover a broad range of topics. Um, yeah. No, see, listen. This is not a time to throw in hold space for my tribe, throw in silly comments. Okay, it's not. It's quite distracting, to say the least. It really is. I'm trying to be nice too. I keep removing your comment if I see it. Yeah, this is serious. What's taking place? I'm trying to have a serious conversation. Um, yeah. Well, that's okay. It's okay, but yeah, you're a grown adult. You might that might be your personality too, but yeah. Okay, you are now. I want to look at this. Defining life. Um, you had the 4-year mission. I'm still on my 4 years. My 4 years began, I think, the one time stamp I have of the Lady in the Clouds was June the 15th of 2018. Sometime after that time is when they came down in a beam of light. The 2 human beings and the 1 extraterrestrial. The one was a younger lady. She stood on the porch. The one was an older lady. She stood on my main convergent line with the smaller extraterrestrial being, which was me in my future because I saw myself in my dream state 2 times, and that was me. I was older. I gained a little bit of weight, and the younger lady looked like me when I was younger with the long brown wavy hair. But I knew why she was there. She was going to be me. I was going to be me. Her, it's like the 2 of us. It it's unexplainable, but I knew that my life was going to change, and I was just worried about my daughter. My life has literally been turned upside down. All of my attention, the majority of my attention and focus has been on social media since around June of 2018. I am in my fourth year, yeah. So I was just worried, and the older lady, which was looked like me in my future, read my mind, and she told me it's okay. It's only going to be 4 years. 4 years of doing what I'm doing, reaching out and connecting. I'm in this fourth year. I do not have the exact timestamp of when that happened. I don't. I've been looking and looking and looking for it. I know that I mentioned it numerous times during live streams on the Facebook, but to go back in all those memories, I was posting 3, 4 times a day. I can't pinpoint it. Um, yeah, I'm in my fourth year. Short answer. It's not over yet. I guess I don't know what would happen after my fourth year, but I still am led in my spirit, and I still have the platform to reach out to as many as possible for whatever reason possible. And it's not a bad reason. It's not, otherwise, my spirit would not be okay with it. Okay, it would not. Um, defining life. Look at this. So, defining life according to the NCBI. According to this article, it discusses various definitions that life held in the after the black cloud realizes that the earth holds self-aware forms. See, this is really strange because look at this. The black cloud, and look, the NCBI, NIH, myth or reality, you all. So why are they even thinking about a white cloud and a black cloud? How does NASA define life? See, these things are really, this is a published thing right here, you all. This is the National Library of Medicine. The black cloud. Why are they talking about this? Why would they even entertain this thought? The black cloud versus the white cloud. Physicians, myth or reality in Asphyrus medicine, you all. Why would they even do that? Stuff like that. Yeah. So I see your comments on here. Oh, they're talking about different styles of, now they're talking about different, I never heard, if you're a doctor or something, have you heard of these phenomenons? The black cloud phenomenon in hand surgery? Isn't that strange? Where do they come up with this? Debunking superstition, analyzing the cloud phenomenon in Asphyrus? No, if you have to write an article about superstition, about physicians or nurses are either a black cloud or a white cloud, no. I think that that could be really talking about the spirit inside the person. I really do. If you're talking about a dark spirit or a light spirit, a dark being or a light being inside the person, the spirit inside of there, how it vibes. That's really weird, you. I never saw nothing like that. Dutch sense. He measured the island of Vanuatu. Let me see. Island. He channeled. Oh no, he measured um, from island to island through the Pacific at 1,400 miles. There is a starport island. Oh wow, that's really interesting. Duality of the human psyche. Yeah. Well, it's like that old Indian thing. You'll either, which horse do you feed, or which dog do you feed, or horse do you feed, the white one or the dark one, the black one or the white? Whatever you feed on the inside of you is going to grow more than the other. So yeah, you'll have the duality within you. There's a bunch of bots and heathens. Where are the bots and heathens? Is what I'm wondering. Um, I've heard of Sam the Illusionist, and I skimmed through one of his videos, how he lays in the bed, he puts something over his head, and he has his voice comes out, and it's supposed to be channeling an entity on the other side. That's all I know about him. That's it. That's all I know. Um, yeah, get a magnet to see what happens. So there's lots of comments on here. Oh, I just woke up and I was thinking about analog TVs. And then I started thinking about plasma. Why is there plasma in the TVs? Why is there plasma in the cell phones now? Because plasma is a living entity, and CERN studies plasma, and there is variations of plasma. We have high efficiency plasma lights. Lightning bolts produce a lot of plasma. Plasma needs a lot of energy, and the plasma is cells placed between two pieces of glass. They say you should cover up your monitors at night because of the energy that comes from them. They disrupt your sleep. Some people say unplug it. And then somehow I got into mirrors. You should only put your mirror on a northern or eastern wall, according to India, ancient India legend or something. And then it's just wow. And I ended up on here, you all. I did. Um, Yeah, and I thought about that too, Beto D. What do they do with it really? What do they do with it? Um, it's living. It really is living. It's living in our bodies too. And if you could harness the energy of plasma, I guess, yeah, something like that. It disrupts your sleep. There was a time where I would take my cell phone and I would stick it in the other side of the house and wouldn't have it anywhere near my bed because I thought, this thing is keeping me awake at night and disrupting my sleep, is what I thought. Um, yeah, we got some M-class flares coming. Who are the Nephilim? The Nephilim, they are the children of the the Nephilim. They're like very tall beings from Ode. It's like the sons of God, like the angels of God, the ones that came down. They mated with the women of men, and they produced children called the Nephilim, the big giants. They roamed the land. Giants roamed the land, and even in the United States, there are ancient grave sites of tall, tall beings, some around 15 feet tall, buried, big skeletons and stuff. You know what they did? When the Smithsonian found out about them, they gathered up all the skeletons. They dumped them in the ocean to get rid of the evidence. Giants roamed the land. Giant beings, 7, 8 feet, 9, 10, 15 feet. Some were even bigger than that. I think I did a video on my YouTube about giants on one of my videos, how big some were purported to be. Some were like 40 feet tall. Like Paul Bunyan, the story of Paul Bunyan. Yeah. And then you have Jack and the Beanstalk, things like that. Yeah. EBS is coming. Bilston, this would be your best bet. Get on your computer or your cell phone and do some searches on giants and the Nephilim, and it'll pull up a lot of information, because that right there is an unlimited source of information available to the public. It really is. You're starting to think it's not family you're born into, but those who have had different entities come through them. We are a mixed bunch. Yeah. Oh, you're on the internet right now? Yeah. Well, you're watching this live stream too. I can't focus on one particular subject while I'm focusing on all other types of subjects. That's right. So yeah, that's okay. Now see, this is really interesting. I think these are, I think these are Indian gods. Ganesha speaks Vastu for mirror, top position, or direction. If you put it against the light, you may not be able to mirror placement. Feng Shui rules for mirror. Feng Shui. Don't hang it. Don't hang a mirror before reading these tips by the experts. Yeah, so there's mirrors are like portals, and I guess your phone can be used as a portal. Of course, CERN creates portals with the plasma that it works with. It can. Black holes and brings things through them, right? Yeah. Okay, so goodbye. You've interrupted this live stream long enough, and I don't play that game. No, I don't. You want to take up all my information, Bilston. No, you want to take up all my time. You want me to focus all my energy on your question, and you want to dominate this live stream. You all see, this is what happens at times. One person comes on here, and they want to hijack the live stream, cause distraction. It's like a nagging person over and over and over, and that's the reason he did it. He wanted to interrupt. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, I don't got patience for that. I'm not a player. I'm not. I'll block you if you keep it up. So I did. That's right. You're welcome, you all. Yeah, so it's just very distraction and disrupting my train of thought. And no, that's right. And I don't have a problem with it. I don't, you all, but I'm talking about the plasma and stuff and the mirrors, and then I didn't know that there was an entity called Vatu. Yeah. And that's a darkness. The darkness is what it is. The plasma screens, your black screen, the black screen plasma. Plasma grows dark. Plasma is combustionable. It can explode. Isn't that what CERN does? With the plasma, they create the great big bang. Explodes. Just like that. And you don't know what's going to come with it. You really don't. Yeah. I think those old mirrors. When I took a picture of myself in front of this old mirror in a thrift store or something, it was really, really old. If you look at the picture that you take, it's like the other dimension shows up on your body. It does. Like the hues, like the pale green, the pink and stuff. It's like some kind of an interdimensional thing that shows up on in the picture itself. If the power outages, Ika, honey, that's a really good question. I'm wondering if these power outages have been done for another reason that they're not telling us. Well, if let's look. Plasma needs a lot. Plasma screens use a lot of energy. Screens uses a lot of energy. Look, it only makes sense. Plasma televisions. These types of TVs are energy hogs. That's just a television. A 42-inch plasma TV consumes upwards of 500 watts, more than a regular-sized refrigerator, you all. 500 watts. That's a lot of energy. Did you know your TV uses that much? If that uses it, let's see, CERN. How much does CERN use? CERN, because they have that down, uses a lot of energy. 1.3 terawatt hours of electric energy. That's enough to power 300,000 homes for a year in the United Kingdom, but the energy needed changes from month to month as the seasons shift and experimental requirements are adjusted. So you know they use more than that right there. And they're going at supersonic speed. Look, where does CERN get its power from? It receives it through two very high voltage magnets, lines connected to, oh, look at this, you all. Look at this. They're connected to the grid. CERN receives its electricity via two very high voltage 400 kV power lines connected to the French national grid at the Bois Toulouse substation near the, and we're all connected, you all. You know, they got the lines going through the ocean, the great big lines going, cables going through the oceans. Everything is connected. They are probably, in order to get all of the voltage they need, they're going toward all the grids. That's what I think. All of them. They're using the majority of the energy. If there's blackouts and stuff, I think they're using it because they're the number one priority. Science must advance. It must. I've always heard that science must, nothing must stop the advancement of science. Nothing, let me see, stops advancement of science. Look at this. Could science destroy the world? It could. It really could. Technology, it's very important. Yeah. The advancement of technology and stuff, you all. It can help us save the planet. So I guess CERN's helping us to save the planet, you know. Look at this. Can religion and science coexist? But CERN, on the other hand, yeah, the power grid. I guess if they do a big enough experiment with the electricity that they're getting from the grids, they could literally just take the grids down themselves, destroy the grids. So, yeah, CERN uses helium. Okay, now let's think about this. The price for helium gas balloons. Let's think about that. Helium gas balloons. Helium gas increase. Because people have to pay more to get helium in their balloons. That's right. Laughing gas. Look at this. Look at this, you all. Helium prices are increasing. And here's what's causing it. But we just now saw Where did we see this helium? Helium. The LHC's cryogenic system requires 40,000 leak tight seals, 40 MW of electricity, 10 times more than is needed to power a locomotive, and 120 tons of helium to keep the magnets. Okay, you all, that's why the helium is rising. CERN's using it up, and they're going at full power. They're using the magnum. They're using the helium also. They are. And they are sucking it dry. So they need helium to keep their magnets at 1.9 Kels, whatever it is, K. Wow. I didn't think about the helium. All I thought about was the electricity. Look at this, you all. Look at this. It says, why is there a helium shortage? Listen to this question. Why is there a helium shortage in 2022? Well, it's quite simple. The current shortage is the fourth to occur since 2006 and it's caused by the shutdowns at several major producers. The shortage has been exacerbated by the war. No. CERN is getting, I think CERN is getting this helium, you all. That's what I think. CERN is getting all the helium. That's who's getting it. They are getting the helium to cool their magnets because they have a magnetic field of 6.5 Tesla. The Earth does not even have a 1 Tesla magnetic field surrounding it. CERN is producing that with their with their big magnets. It's not about all this other stuff. There's about something else going on behind the scenes. Something else. Look at this, you all. Look at this, you all. Come on now. We're talking about plasma, but now we ended up at CERN, you all. Please listen. CERN has large magnets that are used in their experiments, and their magnetic field is 100,000 times the Earth's magnetic field. But it's constrained to CERN itself, and it has no effect outside of CERN. Do you believe that? It has no effect outside of CERN. Then why was there a blue spiral in the sky? Why was there, you all? Look, it has no effect on Earth's magnetic field, even though it's 100 times, the size of Earth's. You all, do you believe that? Wow. It doesn't affect us one bit. It does not even affect the energy field on the Earth. It don't affect none of it, you all. Do you believe that? I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. No. That's right, you all. I don't believe it. They need the helium. That's why there's a shortage. They need the helium. And Ukraine and Russia, Russia is the world's top suppliers of helium. They said the helium prices are going to soar through the roof. Let's see if Russia has any interest in CERN whatsoever. Do you think Russia has any interest in CERN whatsoever, you all? Certainly they're not against technology and CERN. Let's look at this, you all. CERN and Russia. A new international cooperation agreement with the Russian Federation was signed on April the 2019 and is in force since 1 December 2019. In June of 2022, the CERN Council declared that it intends to terminate CERN's international cooperation agreements with the Russian as its expiration date in at its expiration date in 2024. Oh, isn't that convenient, you all? So, Russia is cooperating with it until 2024. Look at that date, you all. Why is everything centering around this date? And that's when, new terms come for presidents. 2025, so that would be the end of 2024. So Russia is still in the agreement with them, you all. Until then, okay, is Russia part of CERN? The international organizations, UNESCO, have observer status at CERN. The observer status of the Russian Federation is suspended in accordance with the CERN resolution of 8 of March of 2022. So which country owns it? So this is strange. So they say they suspended it. Okay, now let's think about this. If they suspended it in March of 2022, then is that why the helium is going through the roof? Because CERN needs that helium. Let's see. CERN needs the helium. Russia has their UNK proton accelerator and is an uncompleted project, a 3 TeV large superconductor. You think it's uncompleted? I don't think it's probably incomplete. Near Moscow at the Institute for High Energy Physics, 1967. I'd say that is not incomplete. So they got their own helium to cool their magnets too, you all. Which country owns CERN? Who owns CERN? Look, 1940, Geneva. Geneva is the non-European country granted full membership. Let's see. So the Russian agreement. 30 years scientific technological cooperation has been existing, a considerable part for 30 years. The Russian Council responds to CERN Council responds to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The 23 member states of CERN condemn it because of the helium. Helium, you all. They're going to terminate their agreements in 2024. Okay, so we look at that, 2024. So we know that that's where the helium is. CERN needs it, so the helium prices are going through the roof. Sorry, what did I miss in the comment section? You can't sleep either, you all. It's with the Big Bang. Helium is from the Big Bang. Helium, gas, helium, and plasma. Helium and plasma. Technology. It's cutting edge technology, helium and plasma. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I know it. I don't know what time it is. Helium and CERN and plasma. You all know I went on a goose chase. Supersonic jets. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not going to look at it in here. That's it. So the LHC filled with liquid helium. It isn't isn't just a cool particle accelerator, it is the coldest particle accelerator. Okay, you all. The picture shows an active plasma lens during a discharge in both helium. Let's see it. Helium and plasma. Let's see what this looks like, you all. I won't be on here much longer. All right, well, that's what it looks like. Looks kind of strange. Okay, so let me put this back to me, you all. So plasma is in between two pieces of glass, and it uses a lot of energy. 40 some odd inch television uses as much energy as a refrigerator. So CERN needs a ton of energy, and they're connected to the grid in France or something like that. And if they're running at speeds they've never ran before, they're using a whole lot more energy, and that's our energy prices are going through the roof. I wonder, there's no telling what's going to happen, you all. There isn't. Yes, that's right. Oh, Mindy, honey, you got to be up in 3 hours. You need to go to bed. I need to go to bed too, you all. I need to hop myself off of here. But yeah, it's okay. We can just go to bed. It's time to go to bed, you all. I'm going to turn off this laptop is what I'm going to do. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in Missouri, you all. I'm going to go. I'm sorry for keeping you on here so long. Oh my gosh, 71 minutes. That's not right. In the wee hours of the morning, you all. It's not. But thank you for coming on here. But I was thinking about analog TV, and why do we have plasma now? Why is plasma in the TVs and cell phones? And it's a living entity. That's right, you all. Hit that like button. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.